Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 10 of Music for Your Soul live music podcast with me, JordinLaine. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And I am very, very excited about today's episode for a couple reasons. First of all, it's episode 10. We're in the double digits, fam. Oh my gosh. Episode 10. Let's go. Huge milestone. Huge. So thank you so much for listening and sticking with me through the first 9 episodes. And another reason I'm really excited about today is because in honor of International Women's Day, which was last week, and Women's History Month, we're doing all songs by women in music that have inspired me over the years. And so when I started planning the set list, I was like, I'm going to need to cut this down really quick because I was just like rifling off all these songs. And I'm like, okay, I need to pause and take a beat and just actually pick some like specific ones because otherwise we would have been here for a long time. So I decided to pick a bunch of songs by women who have inspired me over the years and put them in like chronological order of who inspired me first to today. So I thought that was kind of cool. So not only is it, women that I love and I'm so inspired by, but also you get like a snapshot of, me kind of growing up, learning music. And we'll talk a lot about, how these women inspired me and how this music inspired me and when in my life. So, I'm pumped. I'm stoked. I put together this set list this morning and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. So, all that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. It is so unbelievably heartwarming to see a bunch of people waiting for this episode to go live. So thank you so much, everybody that's here in the live. Especially because I was late today. Sorry. And if you're watching not live, let me know in the comments how you're vibing with today's episode. And shout out some of the women in music maybe you've been inspired by over the years. Love to know. I've got several like honorable mentions as well throughout the set that I'm not going to play today, but I needed to mention. So we're going to start off with Young JL. Oh, when I first started getting into music, I was probably like, I don't know, maybe 8 years old, 8 to 10 years old. Maybe that's too young. I don't really remember. But I always shout out my brother for my music upbringing because he's 6 years older than me and he was listening to a lot of, music that I wasn't being exposed to at that young age. In the 90s, early 2000s, there was the Spice Girls, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera moment, which of course I was so inspired by. But then also, my brother was exposing me to a little bit more alternative pop rock stuff, like Gwen Stefani and Alanis Morissette and, artists like that. And so I thought I'd start the stream with an Alanis jam because I feel like she was probably one of, the first women in music to inspire me, but I didn't even know that I was being inspired by Alanis back then. She's a Canadian artist. I feel like now when I look at my voice and my style, I feel it was very, very much inspired by her. And so I thought there was no better way than to start this stream with an Alanis jam. So this one's called Hand in My Pocket. Here we go. I'm broke, but I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm healthy, yeah. I'm high, but I'm grounded. I'm sane, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm lost and I'm hopeful, baby. And what it all comes down to and the other one is giving a high five. I feel drunk, but I'm sober. I'm young and I'm underpaid. I'm tired, but I'm working, yeah. I care, but I'm restless. I'm here, but I'm really gone. I'm wrong and I'm sorry, baby. And what it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be quite alright. 'Cause I got one hand in my pocket and the other one is flicking a cigarette. And what it all comes down to is that I haven't really got it figured out just yet. 'Cause I got one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a peace sign. Always. I'm free, but I'm focused. I'm green, but I'm wise. I'm hard, but I'm friendly, baby. And I'm sad, but I'm laughing. I'm brave, but I'm chicken shit. I'm sick, but I'm pretty, baby. And what it all comes down to is that no one's got it really figured out just yet. 'Cause I got one hand in my pocket and the other one is playing a piano. And what it all comes down to is that everything is just fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I got one hand in my pocket and the other one is hailing a taxi cab. Hey, hand in my pocket, Alanis Morissette, first song of episode 10. Love me some Alanis. That was an inspiration that kind of snuck up on me, and I was like, oh my God, I know so many Alanis songs. When did I learn them? I don't know. It was like a passive inspiration. I love those kinds of inspirations. So I want you to know right now, you guys, we're in the phase of me that wasn't really playing music at all yet. I was just listening to music and being like passively inspired by all these amazing women. And I will say though, I think that there is a specific moment in my younger years where I felt a connection to singing and music, that I wasn't like, the next day I was like, I'm going to be a singer. It just like kind of sparked something in me that was like, wow, singing is like so beautiful. And I was appreciative of that. And it was the song Foolish Games by Jewel. And I heard this song covered by someone in my brother's music class one day. And I was just like, that's so beautiful how they're playing the piano and like singing that song. And I was so young at the time. But I remember going home and just singing myself to sleep that night with this song. It was just stuck in my head. And I didn't start singing until years later after that, but I still know that like this was a pivotal moment in like feeling so inspired to want to be a musician and be a singer. So this one's called Foolish Games, my Jewel. your coat off, stood in the rain. You were always crazy like that. And I watched from my window, always felt I was outside, looking in on you. You were always the mysterious one with dark eyes and careless hair. You were fashionably sensitive, but too cool to care. You stood in my doorway with nothing to say besides some comment on the weather. But in case you failed to notice, in case you failed to see, oh, this is my heart bleeding before you. This is me down on my knees, and these foolish games are tearing me apart. And your thoughtless words are breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. You were always brilliant in the morning and smoking your cigarettes and talking over coffee. Your philosophies on art baroque moved you. You loved Mozart and you'd speak of your loved ones as I clumsily strummed my guitar. But excuse me here, guess I'm mistaking you for somebody else, somebody who gave a damn, somebody more like myself. And these foolish games are tearing me apart. And your thoughtless words are breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. You took your coat off, stood in the rain. You were always crazy like that. Something like that. Foolish Games by Jewel. Yeah. That one was definitely a big one for me. I love it. So, we're still kind of in like JordinLaine is not a musician yet. And I've got 2 more songs for you to go with that. And I'm kind of biting a lot off here. I apparently was really inspired by really like powerhouse women vocalists back in the day, because I'm about to do an Evanescence song for you guys. And then another one after that. That's going to be a doozy, but you know, I'm going to lay it out all on the table for these women. So, yeah, I was growing up And, again, my brother was exposing me to all this great music, and I think Evanescence was one of those bands that I wouldn't have listened to if he wasn't listening to that kind of music, like rock music. And I don't know, maybe I would have, but I really do attribute it a lot to my bro, just like exposing me to like a darker, less pop, side of music. And so I have an Evanescence song on here because Amy Lee, of course, is like, she just stood out to me back then in like a sea of like, male dominated rock bands. And I just felt like she was so powerful and she held her own and she was just, crushing it. And again, this is another one of those bands, or another one of those women that I didn't really know was inspiring me until much later, which is kind of cool. So I'm gonna do My Immortal for you guys by Evanescence. So let's do it. I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fears. And if you have to leave, I wish that you would just leave, 'cause your presence still lingers here, and you won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all of these years, but you still hold me. You used to captivate me by your resonating light. Now I'm bound by the life you left behind. Your face, it haunts my once pleasant dreams. Your voice, it chased away all the sanity in me. And these wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your Evanescence. Oh my gosh. I mean, I feel like it was music like, Evanescence and all those like kind of dark alt rock bands that I was listening to at such a young age that really got me ready for what was next, which was of course my emo phase in the 2000s. But yeah, I was listening to that so young and it definitely shaped me. So that one was my Immortal by Evanescence. Amy Lee, an absolute powerhouse. We started, the stream here with some real powerhouse vocalists, and we're going to come back full circle at the end of the stream, which is kind of cool. So this next one, I would say, this next one, I'm taking a big old chance with it because I don't play this song very often. I maybe have played it a couple times, and it's such a work in progress that I don't even know what key I'm going to play it in. So I'm going to have to figure that out before we get started. But I had to add an Avril Lavigne song into this stream, of course, because I feel like Avril was kind of like one of the first like musicians that like I felt like I could see myself in her. You know what I mean? Like I was listening to bands and I was enjoying music, but then when Avril Lavigne came into the scene, I felt like she was so relatable to me and how I felt at the time. And so, her first album, Let Go, I wanted to include a song off of that album because it was so inspiring to me, but I don't actually play too many songs off of that album. So I chose I'm With You, which is an absolute beast of a song. But it's so good. So I'm gonna try it for you guys today. I have done it before, so it shouldn't be that bad, I think. There is a bridge. I feel like I think we'll figure it out. I think we'll be okay. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I feel like this time in my life when I kind of started getting into Avril Lavigne, and I was probably 13 or 14 years old, and this is around the time that I started learning to play guitar and started singing. So kind of a huge pivotal moment for sure. And over the years, I loved Avril when I was younger, and kind of stopped listening to pre-music at a certain point. But now that I'm like older and I feel like a little bit more practiced, I can go back and like play some of her songs that I could never attain before, which is kind of cool. So I will need to figure out what key to sing this in. Give me a second. I'm standing on the bridge, waiting in the dark. I thought that you'd be here by now. Isn't anyone trying to find me? It's a damn cold night. This might be okay. Why is everything so confusing? Yeah. All right, we're gonna have a shot. This one is I'm With You by Avril Lavigne. This is not a rehearsed song, so hopefully we do it all right. I'm standing on a bridge, I'm waiting in the dark. I thought that you'd be here by now. It's nothing but the rain, no footsteps on the ground. I'm listening but there's no sound. Isn't anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home? It It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm looking for a place, I'm searching for a face. Is anybody here I know? 'Cause nothing's going right, and everything's a mess, and no one likes to be alone. Isn't anyone trying to find me? Won't somebody come take me home? It's a damn cold night, I'm trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh, why is everything so confusing? Maybe I'm just out of my mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life. Won't you take me by the hand, take me somewhere new? I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. Take me by the hand, take me somewhere new. I don't know who you are, but I'm with you. I'm with you. Oh, a couple hiccups, but it was all right. I'm With You by Avril Lavigne. I had to include something from Let Go, and that one was just standing out to me. So there it is. I'm With You, Avril Lavigne. So my first chunk of music, I feel like, until now, was lots of 90s, a little bit of 2000s. And then I started learning guitar, and I started getting into songwriting. I got into songwriting really quickly after I learned how to play guitar. It was kind of just the thing. I was really into journaling and doodling and stuff like that. I was a creative kid, I feel like. So, songwriting felt pretty natural. And so this next chunk of women, I feel like, represent a part of my life where I was really diving into, the specifics of the music they were creating. The first, part of my inspiration, they were just hooking me. They were just like, come on, like Alanis and Jewel and Evanescence and Avril were just like, come on into this world of music. And they were hooking me. And then I started learning music and myself, and I started to really pick apart songs and start to write my own songs and be really deeply inspired by super specific stuff in music. So this next kind of chunk is, from when I was like 20 probably like 18. No, even earlier, actually. It spans a long time. Probably like 14 to like maybe like 21. And so let's dive into this one. So this first one I want to play for you guys is a Missy Higgins song. I could not tell you any other songs that Missy Higgins has ever written. But I remember hearing this song like just so casually on the radio. Like driving home from my job still like in my uniform on like just the most random day and hearing the song like halfway through on the radio and feeling so like deeply connected to it. And I was like, what? How can a song like do that? How can I be just like living my plain old life, not much is going on, and then this song comes on and just like absolutely drives right into my soul. I just think that that's one of the most beautiful things about music. And so this specific song, I remember getting so into and feeling so deeply connected to it. And I think that, you know, this is a nice, beautiful beginning of me getting inspired by really deep songwriting, kind of coming from like listening to a lot of pop bands and mainstream bands, and then kind of diving into maybe some more indie stuff and a little bit different stuff that I really felt connected to. So although this one was on the radio, I don't really know if there's any other songs by Missy Higgins that I've ever heard. But anyways, this one's called Where I Stood. I also think it's worth noting that like a lot of the music that we are exposed to, like, you know, even if I look at my song list, it's a lot of it is men. And when you're always listening to music like by, you know, hetero men, you know, you can connect with it. But when like a woman like you comes out with a song and you can literally put yourself, feel so relatable to that woman in their shoes and like see and hear everything from their perspective, and it fits so right, that's a really cool thing. And I think that's another thing that really kind of got me with this song. I felt like she wrote it for me. I felt like I wrote it. I felt like she wrote it as me. I felt like I wrote it as her. It was just like one of those moments where you feel like you step into somebody else's body. So anyways, here we go. Where I Stood, Missy Higgins. I don't know what I've done, or if I like what I've become, but something told me to run, and honey, you know me, it's all or none. There were sounds in my head, little voices whispering that I should go and this should end. Oh, and I found myself listening. I don't know who I am without you. All I know is that I should. And I don't know if I could stand another hand upon you. All I know is that I should. She will love you more than I could. She who dares to stand where I stood. See, I thought love was black and white, that it was wrong or it was right. you ain't leaving without a fight, and I think I am just as torn inside. I don't know who I am without you. All I know is that I should. I don't know if I could stand another hand upon you. All I know is that I should. 'Cause she would love you more than I could. She who dares to stand where I stood, and I won't be far from where you are if ever you should call. You meant more to me than anyone I ever loved at all. But you taught me how to trust myself, and so I say to you, this is what I have to do. 'Cause I don't know who I am without you. All I know is that I should. And I don't know if I could stand another hand upon you. And all I know is that I should. 'Cause she will love you more than I could. She who dares to stand where I stood. Wow. Where I Stood by Missy Higgins. Yeah. Actually, just playing that song, I was like taken to like a bridge that I wrote in one of my songs that reminds me so much of that song, and definitely pulled some inspiration from there. Which bridge is it? Just let me think. I think it's from, what's that song that I sing? Because It Ended? I think the song Because It Ended, I feel like the bridge in that song has like remnants, has like pieces of this song in it. All right, so Missy Higgins, Where I Stood. I'm 100% confident that we're going to go over time today, so buckle up. We're going to be here for longer than an hour because I'm not skipping anyone today, and we're not even halfway through the list. So, whatever. We love women, and we give them the time of day today. All right? And every day. So this next one. So picture this. JordinLaine is getting into music. So weird talking about myself in like the third person, but it was like a different version of me. So I'm getting into music, and this is like the MySpace era now. So I stumble across this Canadian artist who goes by the name of Lights. And, you know, I think, yeah, the Missy Higgins song I played for you guys was very singer-songwritery, pop, soft pop, kind of maybe a little bit folky. And then I stumbled across Lights, and she was doing like this cool, like electronic stuff, that I wanted to so desperately be able to do, but I didn't have the means at the time, and it was one of those skills that was just so hard for me to learn. And I tried very hard to like, you know, learn how to produce my music back then. And I had like GarageBand on my MacBook and stuff. I had a little keyboard, and I was just atrocious. So I just decided to stick to, you know, singer-songwriting. And that's fine. That was fine for me at the time. But I absolutely love Lights to this day. Every single thing she has put out, I am obsessed with. She's just, you know, I love her creativity, her passion that she puts in every single one of her projects. you know, the fact that she produces her own music. She's an artist. She, you know, designs a lot of her own, you know, wardrobe and music videos back then, especially, and all this stuff. She was creating everything herself. And I was like, fuck yes. And I just love her. So this one is one of her more acoustic jams. And I remember hearing this, like, what did we do back in the MySpace days when people did like video lives? Like, I don't know where she was live, but she was live somewhere. I don't remember where. And she played this song, and I had never heard it. It was the first time I heard it. Cactus in the Valley, it's called. And I was obsessed. And I think I've known it for a very long time, since way back when. It's one of my faves. I think she came out with a studio version of it, but nothing compares to the memory that I have of this, like, live, her playing it, just acoustic, through whatever platform. So it wouldn't be a We Love Women stream without lights. And here you go. I never meant to wither. I wanted to be tall, like a fool left the river and watched my branches fall. Old and thirsty, I longed for the flood to come back around to the cactus in the valley that's about to crumble down and wipe the mark of madness from my face. Show me that your love will never change. And if my yesterday is a disgrace, tell me that you'll still recall my name. So the storm finally found me and left me in the dark and in the cloud around me. I don't know where you are. If this whole world goes up in arms, all I can do is stand. And I won't fight for anyone until you move my hair and wipe the mark of sadness from my face. Show me that your love will never change. And if my yesterday is a disgrace, tell me that you'll still recall my name. Oh, here in the shadows, here I am, and I need someone by my side. It becomes so hard to stand, and I keep trying to dry my eyes. Come and find me in the valley. Wipe the mark of madness from my face. Show me that your love will never change. And if my yesterday is a disgrace, tell me that you still recall my name. And wipe the mark of madness from my face. And show me that your love will never change. And if my yesterday is a disgrace, tell me that you'll still recall my name. Tell me that you'll still recall my name. Ooh, yeah, tell me that you'll still recall my name. There it is. Cactus in the Valley by Light. Love, 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 love. All right, that marks the halfway point. So you need to get on with it here, JL. No. We'll take our time. So love Light so much. So my next little phase of music, I feel like I was in college. I was living in Ottawa, the biggest city that I've ever lived in, and lots of live music was happening around me, which was great. And I started getting into a lot of like, Canadian bands, and like Canadian like indie rock bands. So I started really loving like, a mix of like folk and electronic music. When they were melded together, I was like really stoked. So bands like Stars and like Broken Social Scene and Metric I really loved back then, and kind of they were all connected and everyone was always like playing shows with each other and opening for each other, and I got to see a lot of amazing bands and artists that I loved back then. And one of the artists I was really loving was Feist, and Leslie Feist, and she I don't know, I think I was introduced to Feist through Broken Social Scene, and then kind of got into her solo stuff, which was a lot more folk vibes. And I started listening to like maybe some like kind of more alternative, like folky artists, like Joanna Newsom. I don't know if you guys know Joanna Newsom, but she's kind of like got a little bit more quirky stuff, like Imogen Heap, Beth Orton, and like Bjork, a little bit of Bjork back then. And I was just like kind of loving this like weird and wonderful, folk electronic thing that these women were doing. And I feel like Feist's music was a little bit more digestible, but I really loved like diving into the songwriting of all of these like artists. And I started experimenting myself with writing and phonics and wording and just writing about random stuff. This was a huge, huge moment for me that like developed my songwriting skills, and it's so cool to look back and be able to like see it in hindsight. But anyways, I'm gonna play you guys 1, 2, 3, 4 by Feist. Hi Mom. I gotta shout out Mom when she's in the live chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me that you love me more. Sleepless long nights, that was what my youth was for. Those teenage hopes are alive at your door. Left you with nothing, but they want some more. Oh, you're changing your heart. Oh, you know who you are. And you're changing your heart. Oh, you know who you are. Sweetheart, bitter heart, now I can't tear you apart. Cozy and cold, put the horse before the cart. Those teenage hopes are alive at your door. Left you with nothing, but they want some more. And you're changing your heart. Oh, you know who you are. And you're changing your heart. And you know who you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Money can't buy you back the love that you had then. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Money can't buy you back the you had then, what you had then. And you're changing your heart, and you know who you are. You're changing your heart. You know who you are. 1, 2, 3, 4 by Feist. You know what? I forgot. I can't believe I didn't put any Regina Spektor on this list. I mean, we have to do a part 2 one day, but Regina Spektor was also a huge influence on me back in the day. I think I had 2 of her CDs. And again, I was just kind of getting into like this weird, wonderful world of like indie songwriting and like just stuff that was different, a little bit off, you know, the beaten path and what I'm normally used to seeing. And I love Regina Spektor, and I forgot to shout her out. So anyways, continuing on, and yes, today will be a long episode, so we might be like an hour and a half today. So extra bonus, woohoo! Let's go. So I did mention Metric earlier as well. Metric was a band that was huge when I was a young adult playing music, going to school for music. I've seen Metric live many, many times, too many times to count. And I kind of want to do this one on guitar, I think. So around this time, you know, I was getting into my like 20s, and I feel like at this time I started really noticing like the women behind the music. You know, before I was like listening to the songs and hearing the music and being like, oh, this is pleasant, this is nice. And then all of a sudden, maybe it was because I was seeing a lot more live shows, but I started noticing like the women in these bands. And I was like, oh, look at her. Look what she's doing. Like, maybe I could do that. And stuff like that. I'm feeling really inspired in that way. So Metric was huge. And I loved getting into like Emily Haines' like solo stuff. You know, I just became so into, you know, so into her. And Paramore was another band at this time that I got to see live, that again, I was like, look at her. She's in that band. She's like the front woman of this band. She's crushing it. And it was just like so nice to see. And it was really cool, you know, to kind of transition from, you know, hearing the music and hearing the songs and being inspired by the songs to like being inspired by the women behind the songs, behind the mic, you know, within the album. So I feel like this was kind of like a little turning point. And so I decided to play you guys Gimmie Sympathy by Metric. And I'm going to do it on guitar, which I don't normally do, but I think it might be cool. Get hot, get too close to the flame. Wild open space. Talk like an open book. Sign me up. Got no time to take a picture. I remember someday all the chances we took. So close, something better left unknown. So close, something better left unknown. I can feel it in my bones. Give me sympathy after all of this is gone. Who would you rather comes the sun. Come on, baby, play me something like Here Comes the Sun. Don't go, no, stay with the unknown. Stay away from the hooks and all the chances we took. We're so close to something better left unknown. We're so close to something better left unknown. I can feel it in my bones. Give me sympathy after all of this is gone. Who would you rather be? The Beatles or the Rolling Stones? Yeah, seriously, you're gonna make mistakes, you're young. Come on, baby, play me something like Here Comes the Sun. Come on, baby, play me something like Here Comes the Sun. So close to something better left unknown. We're so close to something better left unknown. I can feel it in my bones. Give me sympathy after all of this is gone. Who would you rather be? The Beatles or the Rolling Stones? No, seriously, you're gonna make mistakes, you're young. Come on, baby, play me something like Here Comes the Sun. Come on, baby, play me something like Here Comes the Sun. Come on, baby, play me something like Here Comes the Sun. Yeah, Give Me Sympathy by Metric. Love Metric, love Emily Haynes. Oh my gosh. So much. All right, next I've got one more jam from like my young adulthood, I guess. Like my 20s, 18, 19, 20s. And it's Lana Del Rey. And I remember just being so inspired by Lana Del Rey. I don't remember what song it was. But the tone of her voice and like her style and her swag, I was just like, who is this woman I love? And I think another thing about Lana Del Rey that I loved so much was she was in the mainstream stream. She was in the mainstream like channel. She was in pop music. She was on the radio. She was on, the whatever music shows that we were watching at that time. The last like 4 artists I played, not so much. Maybe Metric a little bit, but not so much, I feel like. And so Lana Del Rey was like huge and super popular, but there was something about her songs that were so soulful and like very like deep and dark as well. And that's just friggin' exciting. Like when an artist you connect with is getting like attention or recognition. It's so exciting. So anyways, Lana Del Rey was a big one for me as well. Again, another artist that I feel like I always wanted to play her songs but could never manage until now, which is pretty cool. I love that I get to like pay like homage and honor these artists that inspired me by playing their music now. So I'm gonna play you guys Video Games by Lana Del Rey. Swinging in the the backyard, pull up in your fast car, whistling my name. You open up a beer and you take it over here and play a video game. I'm in his favorite sundress, watching me get undressed, take that party downtown. I say you're the bestest, leaning for a big kiss, put his favorite perfume on, go play a video game. It's you, it's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth where you tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. Baby, now you do. Singing in the old bars, swinging with the old stars, living for the fame. Kissing in the blue dark, playing pool and wild darts, video games. He holds me in his big arms, drunk and I am seeing stars. This is all I think of, watching all our friends fall in and out of all pause. This is my idea of fun, playing video games. It's you, it's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth where you tell me all the things you wanna do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you. Baby, now you do. Baby, now you do. It's you, it's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, I tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth where you tell me all the things you want to do. I heard that you like the bad girls, honey. Is that true? It's better than I ever even knew. They say that the world was built for two, only with living if somebody is loving you. Baby, now you do. Hey, Video Games by Lana Del Rey. I love that one. Oh, a friendly reminder right now, you guys, if you want to click the like button on the stream, I'm sure like that would do something nice and positive. If you guys are joining me live, like the video. If you're not, if you're listening later, make sure you leave a comment if you like this theme, if you like this episode 10. All right, so 18 or like 16 to 20 JL is inspired, is feeling fully inspired. And now I've kind of like, we're moving into now like my current era that I'm in, which is, I think it would be a little bit later, but you know, the past like several years, I've really Started playing music every day, focusing on my craft, trying to get better, trying to improve. There was a time, when I was like 18 to 20, whatever, 7, I guess, that I wasn't really playing music. I was playing, but I wasn't like working on it. I wasn't practicing. I just would pick up the guitar every once in a while if someone wanted me to play a gig. And that was it. And the past like 5 years, I feel like I've really tried to get clarity about what I'm doing with music, why I play music, why I share music, how I want to sound with my music, what I want to say with my music, blah, 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 blah. And one cool thing that I've really been inspired by over the last like 5 years has been like these insanely talented like powerhouse vocalists. Kind of like we're kind of coming full circle because we started with like Avril and Amy Lee. And I never played those songs when I was learning music, but I was inspired by them. Now I play them and I love to improve and get better, and I love a good challenge musically. So, the last few years I've been really trying to like push myself and get better and just see where I can take my voice and my music skills. And so the last 3 songs I have for you, minus the original, are by like these amazing like powerhouse vocalists. I have an Ella Henderson song for you guys, an Adele song, and a Lady Gaga song. And shout out to some of the women that didn't make this last round. I wanted to play a Christina Perri song, a Beyonce song, a Hayley Williams, Alicia Keys, Brandi Carlile. I'll have to do them on part 2. So this is like my current I'm inspired by so many different things, but one of the things that I'm currently inspired by is like these beefy songs that when I play them, I'm like, there's no way I can play that. But then that's like the challenge in itself. So this one, I remember hearing this song. Eklo showed me like a remix of this song, Ghost by Ella Henderson. I forget who the remix was by, but I was like, this is so sweet. And I remember I went to cover it and it was just like a huge nope. It was just a big old nope. And, but I didn't give up because I loved the song so much. And now I cover it and it's tough, but it's so fun. And so I wanted to include it for you guys today. It's called Ghost. Here we go. Ella Henderson. I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash all the pain. And at most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. But you're a ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me awake. My friends had you figured out, yeah, they saw what's inside of you, trying to hide in another you. But your evil was coming through. These eyes sitting on the wall, they'll watch every move I make. Bright light living in the shade, your cold heart makes a spirit shade. Well, I had to go through hell to prove I'm not insane. Had to meet the devil just to know his name. And that's when my love was burning. Yeah, it's still burning. I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash all the pain. And at most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. But you're a ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me awake. I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash all the pain. And at most, I'm sleeping all these demons away. But you're a ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me awake. Each time that I think you're gone, I turn around and you're creeping in, and I let you under my skin, 'cause I love living in a sin. Boy, you never told me true love was gonna hurt, true pain I don't deserve. Truth is that I never learned. And I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash all the pain. And the ghost. Give up the ghost. Give up the ghost. Stop the haunting, baby. Yeah. Give up the ghost. Give up the ghost. Give up the ghost. No more haunting, baby. Yeah. Ooh, I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash all the pain. And at most I'm sleeping all these demons away, but you're a ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me young. And I keep going to the river to pray, 'cause I need something that can wash all the pain. And at most I'm sleeping all these demons away, but you're a ghost, the ghost of you, it keeps me away. Oh yeah! Ghost, hella Henderson. Oh my god, we are going out with a bang. Well, I've got one original at the end to calm everybody down before we leave, but I love it. Ella Henderson, Ghost. So good. So fun to play, such a challenge. Shout out to Ella Henderson for making me be better. Not making me, but making me want to be better. Be a better singer, musician, work hard, not give up, not quit. All right, and we got another one here for you. This next one is an Adele song. So again, Adele was like having a moment when I was growing up and just starting to play music, but I didn't really get into Adele until recently, and she's like having another moment. It's like the first moment didn't catch, but now this moment is catching. And again, another artist that I was loving. I remember hearing "Make You Feel My Love." Adele covered that song. It's a Bob Dylan song, and being like, I want to play that so bad, in her style, and trying to learn it on guitar, and it just wasn't it. Yo, JVJ, thank you for the super chat. It just wasn't it. And then I learned piano. I started learning piano, and so many of these songs, like it was like achievement unlocked, right? And this was one of them. And Adele was one of those artists that so many of her songs, I felt like I could finally cover it in a way that felt good. And so this one was When We Were Young. And I mean, Adele is just so, I love Adele so much. I feel like I love the way that she carries herself. I love the way that she expresses herself through her music. It's so simple and so beautiful, and yet so powerful. And I remember hearing this song and being like, this is fire. This song is so fire. And finally being able to learn it however many years later after it came out. Not that many, but. So When We Were Young, here we go, by Adele. Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move. And everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true. But if by chance you're here alone, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. Yeah, you look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were set getting old, it made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. I was so scared to face my fears, 'cause nobody told me that you'd be here. When I swear you moved overseas, that's what you said when you left me. You still look like a movie. You sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. When we were young, when we were young, when we were young, when we were young. And it's hard to admit that everything just takes me back to when you were there, to when you were there. And a part of me keeps holding on, just in case it hasn't gone. I guess I still care. Do you still care? It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. 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 Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. Oh, I'm so mad I'm getting old. It makes me reckless. It's just like a movie. It was just like a song when we were young. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you for the super chats, Borden, Old, and Jim. Thank you guys so much. JBJ seems to always drop a super chat that says coffee money for me, which I appreciate so much because I do love my lattes these days. And then Board came in with 10 bucks for the cream. And then Jim came in with 10 for a piece of gluten-free cake, which is really nice, you guys, because I actually think that I accidentally ate gluten like 4 days ago, and I'm suffering. I'm suffering today. That's why I was late to stream, because I was not having a very feeling good morning. But I think we're on the up and up now, which is good. And so gluten-free anything sounds very, very good right now. Thank you guys so much for the support. I love it. I appreciate it, I should say. I've got 2 more songs for you guys, and then I'm outie 530. All right, so Adele. We love Adele so much. Next up, I've got a Lady Gaga. Again, Lady Gaga was huge when I was younger. Like, my friends were obsessed with Lady Gaga, and I think they went to see her multiple times in concert. I was just never really into Lady Gaga when she was having her like moment. Really, honestly, it wasn't until, I don't know, she came out with a documentary recently, and the album that she came out with around that time was very like stripped back and like kind of raw. And then she was in that movie Star is Born, and I was just like, I felt really connected to like just the music that she was playing in that song or in that movie. And I'm gonna play you guys a song from that soundtrack. Always Remember Us This Way. And again, I'm just so inspired by like the sheer like power and control and just like skill behind these women like Adele and Lady Gaga. And then on top of that, they're like able to convey like such emotion, and I just love it so much, and I aspire to be like that. So I love to cover their songs to practice, I guess. Latte art lessons. I need them, PASP. I do need latte art lessons very much. I have been working on my latte art. Let's just say it's not going well. I did watch a couple videos this morning, and I think maybe I've got a new strategy. It's not great. It's not going well. It's hard. It's really hard. Shout out to all the baristas out there, because latte art is no joke. Okay. So let's do Always Remember Us This Way, and then I've got my original for you guys, and then we will be done for episode 10. Sad vibes. But it's been great. I've loved this theme so much. Shout out to Angie. Angie has been helping me come up with themes for the episodes and ideas, and we love her for that. So thank you so much, Angie, because this whole episode was Angie's idea. The Arizona sky burning in your eyes. You look at me and babe, I wanna catch on fire. It's buried in my soul like California gold. You found the light in me that I couldn't find. So when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When you look at me and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Lovers in the night, poets trying to write. We don't know how to rhyme, but damn we try. And all I really know is where I wanna go. The part of me that's you will never die. So when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. And when the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Yeah, I don't wanna be just a memory, baby, no. Ooh, 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 ooh. When I'm all choked up and I can't find a word, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. And when the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. When you look at me the whole world fades, I'll always remember us this way. I'll always remember us this way. I'll always remember us this way by Lady Gaga from A Star Is Born soundtrack. Oh, I love that one so much. It's definitely tough. It's definitely a challenge, but like I said earlier, I love a good challenge, and I love all these women so much. I love them so much, and I owe so much of my musical self to these women, and I hope that you enjoyed my set list today, everyone, and hearing a little bit about, the women who have inspired my music and my journey. So all that being said, I do have one little original for you guys, and I did write this song. And it was directly inspired by so many women in my life. Not necessarily women in music, but just women in general. I'm very lucky, I feel like, to have a very solid group of women in my life who have clarity and confidence and are so creative and honest and genuine and not afraid to work on hard stuff. And that's really special, and I cherish that very much. And it's no secret that women have a lot of struggles that make certain things a little bit more challenging. And so I wrote this song about the women in my life that, despite those challenges, they continue to push on, and they continue to not only harness that power and that action within them, but they also take time to, nurture and care for themselves, as we all should. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this last song. This is an original. It's called She Breathes Easy. She Breathes Easy. It's not released, so you can hear it here. And thank you for tuning in. Here we go, last song of episode 10. Place your bets down, if you dare. It's one track forward to everywhere. When she's ready, the starting gun, fate feel heavy, but our mind will run. She's going to reach out and touch all the stars in the sky. She's got the good of the whole world shining in her eyes. on the cusp of great love in an endless fight. But she breathes easy tonight. Faster, farther, all her life, 'cause no one taught her to take her time. Caught in something she can't undo, but these little moments will lead to a breakthrough. She's going to reach out and touch all the stars in the sky. She's got the good of the whole world shining in her eyes. She's on the cusp of great love in an endless fight. But she breathes easy tonight. But she breathes easy tonight. Thank you guys for being here today. That's my original. She Breathes Easy. Thank you for showing up today, celebrating women in music, because we love women. So shout out to everyone who came in to the live chat, and shout out to everyone who's listening later. Thank you so much. Enjoy this extra long episode. And I'll see you guys next week for what's next week? I will tell you. It is sunny days. Yes, we have our spring theme happening. So we've got a sunny days and a rainy days coming up, but first is sunny days, and hopefully that's actually happening wherever you are. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I appreciate you very much. I will see you next Monday, barring any complications, and everywhere else on the internet in the meantime. Thank you so much for being here. Love, much love, much love, much love. Thank you guys.